This is Payal here, your storytelling narrator, and today I am back with few more moral values. I mean moral stories. Now, my dear kids, in my previous videos, I have written such positive and overwhelming comments from you all that, ma'am, the moral values, the ethical values which you have taught us, it's really very good, and it is really very helpful, and they are excited to hear more stories from me. So my dear kiddos, stay connected with your storytelling narrator here, Payal, and we are going to discuss few exciting moral stories. Now, why I explain moral stories, the reason being is that as a responsible citizen, we should be very disciplined, right? We should help the animals, we should respect our elders, we should do something to better, to help people in all the ways, and the most important, to help the poor section of society, so that everyone in our country, they are educated, right? Moral values, it doesn't mean moral values is just significant on discipline is the best policy, honesty is the best policy, sorry, sincerity. No, moral values mean if you are walking on the road and if you are seeing that a blind person is crossing the road, why don't you go and help him, right? Secondly, being a responsible citizen, if you are seeing that on the road the taps are open and the water is leaking, being a responsible citizens, why don't you go and close the tap so the water is not being wasted? Why don't we follow the rain water harvesting method so that we can collect all the rain and use it for various purposes, right? So these small things, respect your elders, honesty is the best policy, lot of things. So my dear kids, please stay connected with me and let me explain a few exciting moral stories, okay? So the very first story is the milkmaid and her pail. Okay, so what happened? One day the milkmaid had filled her pail with milk. She had filled the pails with milk. Her job was to milk the cows and then bring the milk to the market to sell. Molly loved to think about what to spend her money on. Molly used to always think how I am going to spend the money, right? As she filled the pails with milk and went to market, she again thought of all the things she wanted to buy. As she walked along the road, she thought of buying a cake and a basket full of fresh strawberries. A little further down the road, she spotted a chicken. She thought, with the money I get from today, I am going to buy a chicken of my own. That chicken will lay eggs. Then I will be able to sell milk and eggs and get more money. She continued, with more money, I will be able to buy a fancy dress and make all the other milkmaids jealous. So out of excitement, Molly started skipping, forgetting about the milk in her pails. Soon the milk started spilling over the edges, covering Molly. Drenched Molly said to herself, "Oh no, I will never have enough money to buy a chicken now." She went home with her empty pails. "Oh my goodness, what happened to you?" Molly's mother asked. "I was too busy dreaming about all the things I wanted to buy that I forgot about the pails," she answered. "Oh, Molly, my dear, how many times do I need to say, don't count your chickens until they hatch?" So, my dear, what is the moral of the story? Can somebody tell me? Yes, so don't count your chickens before they hatch. So wait for the chickens to get hatched, okay? So the story was very appropriate, okay? So be conscious of whatever things you are doing in your life. Just don't dream about, work hard for it. Set a target, set a goal. Okay, my dear kids. So yes, I really hope the story was quite Wonderful. Okay, now let me take you to the next story. The name of the story is A Wise Old Owl. Okay, let's start. There was an old owl who lived in an oak tree. Every day he observed incidents that occurred around him. Yesterday he watched a young boy helped an old man carry a heavy basket. Today he saw a young girl shouting at her mother. The more he saw, the less he spoke. As the days went on, he spoke less but heard more. The old owl heard people talking and telling stories. He heard a woman saying an elephant jumped over a fence. He heard a man saying that he had never made a mistake. The old owl had seen and heard what happened to people. There were some who became better, some who became worse, but the old owl in the tree had become wiser each and every day. So, my dear, what is the moral of the story? The moral of the story is be more observant, talk less, listen more. This will make you wise. So, in order to be a wise person, you have to have patience, observe things, talk little less, and listen more and more. Okay, so my dear students, how did you like this particular moral story? So definitely post your comments and stay connected with your storytelling narrator. I will be back again. Till then, thank you so much. Bye bye.